This week on Top Shot Games, we introduce the contestants to our own spin on the Dueling tree. This week's matches are brought to you by Lackey Rentals, the lowest price on the mountain. Call Jesse or Jackie Lackey. Cowboy Up, your hometown hay and ranch supply.
There is no greater test of skill and speed than the dueling tree. So, doing a traditional dueling tree in archery is kind of difficult, so we grew our own.
In a Top Shot first, contestants will be participating in a timed match. They will have 2 minutes to break 5 balloons and hit 4 playing cards. Now the catch is they will be scored based on most targets hit, least amount of arrows used, and fastest time overall. And up next, Battleship. The legendary board game goes from tabletop to target face in an RVP showdown favorite with a new twist. Contestants will receive 10 circles in the form of 4 vessels worth 5 points per circle hit. They will be instructed to go down range and place these circles on the target face directly in front of them, making it as difficult as possible, thinking that they are setting it up for their opponents to shoot at. Now, the new twist is once they finish their target faces, they will be rotating to the right. Once they get to the right, they will see a stool with a brown paper envelope. In this brown paper envelope, they will find 4 sea creatures. These sea creatures, they will then be instructed to place on the target face directly in front of them. These sea creatures represent a penalty, and if struck, they will be docked 1 arrow out of their allotted 12 arrows. Once all sea creatures are on the board, a judge will place a balloon as a water mine, and then contestants will be instructed to rotate back to their original station where they'll be informed of shooting at their own target. Now, if at any time they strike the water mine before all vessels are sunk, their game will be over. However, if they strike the water mine after sinking all their vessels, their opponent's games will be over. This week's first match is presented to you by Lackey Rentals, skid steers, dump trailers, equipment haulers, and more. Call Jesse or Jackie Lackey for the lowest prices on the mountain.
2 minutes to clear this board. Now here's the catch. Unlike other challenges, you will not accrue excess arrows. You have unlimited arrows on this challenge, but 2 minutes. And we've selected who will go first. Ricky, you are up.
Ricky Torres stepping it up as the first ever contestant to shoot in a timed match on Top Shot Games, sending it down range. The first arrow doesn't connect. Adjusts his form and shoots, hits on the third. Ricky's focusing on the balloons, able to pop a second one and a third. Hits a fourth balloon and gets dialed in to pop the fifth one, but does not connect. 45 seconds left on the clock. Ricky is determined to pop that fifth balloon, staying dialed and sending the arrows down range. However, he is unable to connect with the fifth balloon and runs out the clock for a total score of 4 points. Up next, Marcus Sullivan shooting his timed match. First one is a miss, misses on the second one, finally connects on the third and on the fourth, misses on the fifth, misses on the sixth, finally hits again on the 8th and 9th and 10th shot, clearing all the balloons, moving onto the playing cards with 46 seconds left on the clock. Marcus doing some work on this dueling tree, closing that gap from the 18-point lead Ricky had on him last week. And with the clock running out, Marcus making a strong finish of 5 balloons popped, 2 playing cards for a total of 15 points. Next up, Lance the Sawman Sawyer going to town, hitting the balloon on his first shot. Second shot, nailing a playing card, pops a balloon on his third. Lance is making a strong recovery from missing the target face completely last week, clearing all 5 balloons in no time at all and going to work on the playing cards, making his best effort, not quite connecting on third playing card, but making an impressive group. 26 seconds left on the clock. Lance gives it his best effort to clear the rest of the remaining playing cards for an impressive run of 5 balloons and 2 playing cards. Our second match is brought to you by Cowboy Up, your hometown hay and ran supply, a whole lot more than just a feed store.
Alright guys, so this game of Battleship will be shot from 15 feet. You'll have 4 vessels for a total of 10 targets, but you will only have 12 arrows. So, if you guys are ready, you can move forward to each one of your boards and place the targets that your opponents are going to be shooting at.
And our contestants head downrange to place their vessels on each target face. Some of them place them in a simple design, some do a somewhat complex, and then there's Lance who just makes his downright weird.
Alright guys, if you look down in front of you, you see the brown envelopes. Inside of them, you will find 4 sea creatures, and you need to put 1 sea creature next to each one.
And with all vessels up on the target faces, our contestants now head downrange to add sea creatures to each of the fleets, although the purple fleet proved to be a sea creature resistant design. And next we add the water mine to each of the contestants' target face, and we are ready to get this competition started. And Lance the Sawman Sawyer, the first one to kick it off with the feathered torpedoes downrange. Battleship, Marcus Sullivan says, "Hold my non-alcoholic beverage, I got this," or "My name is not Marcus Sidewinder Sullivan." Ricky Torres firing feathered torpedoes downrange like Switzerland at a Geneva convention. Still living up to the name Ricky Recurve, here's how the match went overall. Lance Sawyer with 4 hits, 8 misses, 12 arrows used for a total of 20 points. Marcus with 6 hits, 6 misses, 12 arrows used for 30 points. And Ricky with 4 hits, 8 misses, 12 arrows used for a total of 20 points. Let's find out where we are in the competition and how everybody's doing overall.
Contestants, if you'd like to return to the range, we'll go over scores for this last match and for the year-to-date. Alright guys, so this was a different type of battleship, kind of a little spin on it. On this match, it was out of 50 points. So, first place on this match, Marcus with 30 out of 50. Ricky with 20 out of 50, and Lance with 20 out of 50. So that brings your score for today. Marcus, 45 out of 80. Ricky, 24 out of 80, and Lance, 40 out of 80. So we have our totals for the year to date. Lance Sawyer slipping into first place with a 90 out of 180. Marcus bumping up to second with 82 out of 180. And Ricky third at 79 out of 180. We hope you guys had fun, and we'll see you next week.
Nice. Sweet.
We'd like to take a moment to thank all of our sponsors and thank you for watching Week 3 of Top Shot Game Highlights. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor, please reach out to us at roundvalleypatriots@gmail.com.